Hey everybody, Sawyer here, and I'm here with a review for Harbinger Wars 2, number 1. A little confusing there, but basically this is the second version of Harbinger Wars. The first one was a couple years ago when Valiant Entertainment first came out. They had this mini-series that was also a cross comic event, basically featuring crossover events from Bloodshot and the Harbingers. And it was really, and I thought it was really good. The first one is really good. It's a very interesting story, basically. All the information you need to know is that there are, in the Valiant universe, there are things called Pistons, I think is what they're called, something. Basically, they're equivalent to mutants, is what they are. They're basically mutants, but they have to be activated, by either special machines or other Harbingers that have psychic abilities. So basically what happens is, there's the government, a division of the government has been like kidnapping kids for years and locking them up in this training facility, trying to experiment on them, learn about them, learn about what makes their abilities tick. Well, Bloodshot, who is a government operated super soldier, who has had his memories wiped, he ends up figuring out where the Harbinger kids are being held, breaks in to try to save them, but he doesn't realize that back in the past that's been erased from his memory, he was actually the one that kidnapped most of these kids, and most of the kids have grown up believing that he's the boogeyman and he's the monster of their past. So a large group of the kids escape, run away from Bloodshot, while another small group of them decide to band with Bloodshot, and they break out of the facility together. So basically the story kind of floats between these two storylines, while the other group of kids that escape, they end up taking hostages in a casino in Las Vegas, which causes the government to interfere. It was a really good series that had a lot of great action, a lot of great power interactions with different kinds of mutant abilities, and it was just really fun story. So this one is basically set much later, and it involves more characters. It involves more of the non-Harbinger characters this time around, and it's very interesting. Definitely some Civil War vibes here. Basically, the Harbingers are being hunted again by the government, and the government has kind of created this whole think of it like the Resurrection Act, where they have to basically they have to confirm if the kids or the Harbingers are a threat or not, and then if they are a threat, they neutralize them. If they're not, they basically put them under surveillance and all this. So of course, it's causing all this political and social debate and unrest, and basically. Two of the strongest Harbingers around are basically fighting against the government. You have Livewire, who basically has the ability to control machinery and electronics. She has basically used her abilities to shut off all the U.S.'s power grids and basically put the U.S. back into a stone age. She has shot a bunch of satellites out of the sky, basically turning them off, making them crash towards Earth. Basically declaring acts of terrorism against the United States. And we see here that EXO has been called in to try to stop the satellites and try to hold that down on that fort. While at the same time, Peter, who is basically like the most powerful telepath around, he is basically running around the world activating a bunch of new Harbingers, trying to build an army to fight back. And the reason why I said it feels very Civil War-like is because a lot of the different mainstream Valiant characters are being pinned to different sides. People that were once allies are fighting against each other. EXO and Minjak are on the side of the government, trying to help defend against the Harbingers, while Bloodshot, who is not even a Harbinger, he is on the side of Livewire because of her electronic abilities, and him being kind of basically half artificial. He has a connection with her, and he's fighting with her. All in all, this was a really good setup issue for possibly a really epic event. Some really interesting dialogue here, some amazing imagery. This art is actually just mind-blowing to me. I really love it. It has a very epic look to it, dark atmosphere to it. Really enjoyed the art. Storytelling is pretty good. Not a whole lot of action, but this is a setup issue, so that's to be expected. But if you like Valiant, and if you like the Harbingers, you're going to definitely... In my opinion, Valiant has one of the best, shared universes or connected universes outside of Marvel and DC. Actually, it's better than Marvel and DC, honestly, in my opinion, because it's more contained and more self-contained. I haven't been out of the loop for a while. I haven't really read any Valiant stuff in a couple years, so I know I'm very out of the loop. But because one character I didn't find in here at all was Harada, And I'm wondering, is Harada still around in the Valiant comics? He would definitely be involved in this. So let me know in the comments if Harada, like, spoiler alert me, if Harada dead or something, or has he been taken out, or is he like where is he at in the timeline right now of Valiant? As always, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and definitely check out more videos. There's a lot of really interesting books that are coming out that came out this week that I kind of want to check out. So expect more reviews as the week goes on. Thank you guys for watching.